The Great Pyramid of Giza, a monument to human ingenuity, a masterpiece beyond comprehension. Imagine, if a modern engineering firm came to you today with the most advanced cranes, steel scaffolding, and computer-aided software, all of today's construction technologies, and said they would build a 150-meter stone structure within 20 years. Many engineers would approach this claim with skepticism. But here's the strange part. This structure was built exactly 4,500 years ago. Back then, there was no electricity, no steel, no modern calculation tools, and yet, those colossal pyramids stand there in all their magnificence, seemingly defying time itself. To grasp the scale of the Great Pyramid, let's talk numbers for a moment. Height, approximately 150 meters. Construction time, approximately 20 years. Total weight, 6 million tons. Number of blocks, 2.3 million. But don't think the Great Pyramid is merely a massive tomb. It is a monument to a mind that wished to depict the universe's grandeur in stone. The corners of its base, roughly the size of 13 football fields, are aligned almost flawlessly to true north. Could this precision, achieved without GPS or laser technology, be mere coincidence? And at this point, we must understand, the secret keeping the pyramid standing for millennia isn't just the stones holding it together, but the human power and organization behind it. In this video, we'll explore all the secrets of the Great Pyramid, from its construction phases to its workers, from the transportation of stones to the mysterious king's chamber. This journey you'll embark on with me will reveal the limits of human intelligence and patience. Chapter 1. The power behind the pyramid, the state and workers. The Great Pyramid is not merely the product of a single genius who planned it, or the ruler who provided financial resources, but the organized labor of tens of thousands of people over decades. This was a massive project where there was absolutely no room for even the slightest error. And what made this project possible was ancient Egypt's advanced, centralized state structure and well-functioning hierarchy. By Pharaoh Khufu's command, all of the country's resources, from agricultural products to manpower, from craftsmen's knowledge to logistical networks, were directed toward a single goal. Taxes were collected regularly, labor was meticulously recorded, and work teams were systematically organized. The centuries-old myth of slave labor used in the pyramid's construction has been debunked by archaeological evidence. In the workers' villages discovered through excavations, there were regularly planned streets, bakeries, beer production areas, and even health centers. On the workers' skeletons, traces showed that injuries from heavy work had been treated. In other words, these people were not easily disposable slaves. Their nutrition was quite adequate for that period. Findings of tens of thousands of animal bones showed that workers regularly consumed meat. Additionally, work teams gave themselves names like Friends of Khufu or Drunkards of Menkaura. This shows they took pride in their work and viewed the project as a sacred duty. However, the next big question still remains. How were these massive stones procured and brought to the construction site? Chapter 2. Logistical genius, the source of stone, and the role of the Nile. The Great Pyramid's invisible but most critical success factor was logistics. The flawless transportation of millions of tons of stone blocks from quarries hundreds of kilometers away to the construction site reveals ancient Egypt's planning genius. Three main types of stone were used in the project. Local limestone formed the main structure of the pyramid and was extracted from quarries on the Giza Plateau. White polished limestone covered the pyramid's outer surface, making it shine in the sunlight, and was brought from the Tura quarries on the opposite bank of the Nile. Red granite was used in critical areas like the king's chamber, with weights reaching up to 70 tons, and was transported from Aswan, approximately 800 kilometers away. The key element of this incredible logistical operation was the Nile River. The recently discovered Ahramat branch of the Nile, now dried up, was an active waterway during construction that extended right to the base of the pyramids. The massive stone blocks from Aswan and Tura could be transported directly to the construction area thanks to this waterway. And Merer's journal. These papyri, found in 2013, are the oldest known logistical records in history. An official named Merer recorded day by day the loading of white stone blocks from quarries onto ships and their transportation to Giza via the Nile. But after the stones were brought to the site, the real question still remains. How were these stones raised to the very top of the pyramid? Chapter 3. Construction Techniques, Ramp Debates, and the Master's Mind. The greatest mystery in the construction of the Great Pyramid is how millions of stone blocks, each weighing several tons, could be raised to a height of 150 meters. The genius behind the pyramid was Hemiunu, Pharaoh Khufu's chief architect. His father, Nefermot, had served in the pyramid projects of Khufu's father, Sneferu. The traditional external ramp theory suggests that a giant ramp was built on the outside of the pyramid. While it seems logical, when it comes to numbers, the theory doesn't quite fit. The ramp needed to drag the stones would have to be at approximately a 7% grade. In this case, the ramp's length would need to be 1.5 kilometers. No remains of such a large ramp were found in the Giza Plateau excavations. Another theory is French architect Jean-Pierre Houdin's internal ramp theory. This theory proposes that the stones were transported via a spiral ramp built inside the pyramid. This system allows the stones to be gradually elevated without the need for a massive external ramp. The external and internal ramp theories offer logical explanations for how the stones were transported. Grooves in the walls and step ceiling structures also point to a kind of primitive elevator logic. On the other hand, the pyramid's astronomical alignment is also awe-inspiring. While its four faces look almost perfectly toward the cardinal directions, the internal corridors are oriented toward stars like Orion's belt. But all engineering secrets aside, the greatest mystery at the pyramid's heart still remains. Why is the king's chamber at the pyramid's center empty? Chapter 4. The Empty Tomb, the Lost King, and Modern Myths. The Great Pyramid's most enduring mystery is that Khufu's body has never been found. The granite sarcophagus in the king's chamber, where the pharaoh's mummy should have been, is empty. This situation is extremely unusual for the culture of that period, because the ancient Egyptians believed that preserving the body was essential for life after death. Several theories have been put forward regarding why the sarcophagus is empty. The first is the tomb robbery theory, that is, the possibility of looting during a period after the pyramid's construction. The fact that the chamber is undamaged and shows no signs of destruction weakens this theory. The second is the never-buried theory. The pyramid may have been designed as a metaphysical machine for Khufu's soul to ascend to heaven, rather than for his body. In other words, perhaps he was never buried there at all. Another is the hidden chamber theory. Voids like the Big Void discovered in 2017 suggest that Khufu's actual tomb might still be somewhere inside the pyramid. Popular myths, the aliens or lost civilizations theory, have been debunked by archaeological evidence. Merer's journal, workers' villages, and errors in the construction process clearly show that everything was done entirely through human labor. And the crux of the matter still remains. The real mystery isn't who made it, but how they accomplished it. Conclusion: the legacy of human mind and patience. The Great Pyramid is not just a symbol of a pharaoh's power. It is an immortal monument to collective will, organized labor, and human intelligence. This structure shatters modern humanity's most fundamental prejudice, the tendency to view the past as primitive. The pyramid shows that miracles can be created even without dependence on technology. The Great Pyramid, with its wide base, tapering top, low center of gravity, and the most stable geometric form, has stood for thousands of years. And the essence of it is this: those who built these monuments pushed the boundaries of human potential. The pyramids were built not by aliens or lost civilizations, but by human mind and labor. and this continues to be the greatest source of inspiration for humanity. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Don't neglect to turn on notifications for new discoveries and historical secrets. Until we meet again with new mysterious topics, thank you for your support.